Libra, welcome. Thanks for joining me. My name is Tina. We are here today to do your weekly reading. So, this week's reading is going to be with the intention of love and relationships, but we will always let the cards direct us on what they think would be most beneficial. So, if it goes in a different direction, we will follow the card's advice, but the intention is put out there for love and relationships. I also want to comment that I will always tell you exactly what the cards are saying. Sometimes that doesn't feel all warm and fuzzy, but always know it's the universe is giving you the guidance to push you in a more positive direction. If the energy is off, it's there showing you this is where you need to refocus, okay? Never sit in negative energy for too long. It's always a choice. It's always a choice. Remember that. Okay, let's get a message. Show me one message that would be most beneficial for Libra this week. One message for Libra. There we go. All right. Divine timing. Be patient while things are unfolding. This connection is worth the wait. Interesting. So if some of you are kind of, something's moving a little slow for you, patience is your virtue this week. It can also mean that it can be a connection that has not manifested for you yet. Remember that. Don't look at any of this way too literally. This is all about energy. And remember that divine timing is not our timeline. We are very linear in our time and our thinking. Uh, the universe has a very different look on time. Remember that. So this week we're doing the cat deck. We are keeping it cute and quirky, okay? I love this deck. It's really fun. All right. Show me the energy for this week surrounding love for Libra. The energy surrounding Libra in love and relationships this week. There. Oh, Nine of Cups. Now this card has come out quite a bit today. Interesting. Beautiful. Great energy. Nine of Cups. Two of Swords. Justice. Okay, let's talk about these three cards before we pull three more. So right here at the center is the Nine of Cups. That is the stuff that makes your heart feel full. It's what makes you feel just, you see the contentment, the satisfaction. It's not, this character here isn't jumping around going, whoa, 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 whoa. They just feel like, yeah, my heart, I'm content. My heart is full. I'm just like, I feel good. I feel good. You know, that's what it is. It's figuring out finally and just getting those things that just make your heart feel full. And I think that this week for you, Libra, is about you figuring out what exactly that is. You have the Two of Swords and the Justice card influencing. These are both cards. I mean, the twos are all about balance, right? No matter which they are, it's kind of a balancing card. The Justice card is all about huge balance. It's also the card of Libra. Do you see this sword here? And the scales, sword in one hand, scales in the other. Sword is like that clarity, the truth. And the scales, obviously, are about putting things right. Two of Swords now. Have you been blind to something? See that little blindfold? Are you in a state of indecision? Do you keep going back and forth in your head about something? I think that's just related to what's really going to make you happy in life. So I think this is actually a pretty big week for you, Libra, for some of you Libras out there, of kind of deciding what is going to make me happy? What will make me feel balanced? And for some of you, you need to pull that blindfold off and really see clearly as to what this is, what this means for you. Let's pull three more cards. Ooh, yep. Some of you are definitely in that state of indecision. Okay. King of Pentacles. Judgment. Oh, yep. This is a pivotal week for you. Let's look at the bottom of the deck real quick. The Magician. Yeah, nice. The undercurrent of energy. It's kind of this energy. Something's kind of been happening fast. Maybe something's going to be happening fast or has. The Magician. Very powerful energy in tarot. It's all about you knowing and coming to the realization that you have the control of your life. You have the power to pull in what works for you. What will make you feel this? So let's talk about this. So you have a 9 and a 9. So the 9s are kind of that step right before you kind of get into that completion phase of something. Now, 9 of Swords is anxiety. What's causing you anxiety here? I think you just have a decision to make. But the universe is stepping in here. This is a powerful weekly reading. You have the Magician, Justice, and Judgment. The Judgment card represents for me the awakening, the wake-up call from the universe tapping you saying, time to take the blindfold off, see clearly. Very powerful. I actually just got that for some of you, a karmic relationship, you're having the wake-up call on it. That's for some of you. The Justice card can be about karma in a way. And when I say a karmic relationship, what I mean is sometimes we have relationships, or usually we have relationships in our lives that are meant to teach us something. And once we get, you don't ever, when you start knowing that you're really, when something keeps you in a constant state of anxiety or just feels off or whatever, a lot of times it means that the lessons have been learned if you wake up and you look at them, and maybe it's time to move yourself forward, right? I'm not getting anything here of that. I know that language that I just used might say it's time for you to end something and move on. And not necessarily. I think this is going to be different for all of you. But what the cards are saying here is that you have the power here. The universe is trying to open your eyes, get you out of this anxiety state or just feeling like, ugh, trying to balance things out. Now, this King of Pentacles is the interesting thing. King of Pentacles can represent a few things. In relationship readings, it often represents commitment. Now, the King of Pentacles as an individual is representative of success, accomplishment, doing well in life. And that can mean that doesn't always mean monetarily. That just means you have your day-to-day life together. So now this card could represent you. This could be the universe saying you are, whether you're, don't pay attention to gender. You have your stuff together. You're good. You got it together in your day-to-day life. Now it's time to get your heart space right. It can mean that. It can also just represent an actual person that you are having conflicted feelings about. Maybe a person you're in a committed relationship with. Maybe that's what this is all about. Only you can answer that. So take the different options that I'm giving you. Something needs to snap with you when I say those things. Like, yeah, that's how it applies to me. When we talk to a lot of people here, you have to remember that the situations can be different, but the energies can kind of be running parallel regardless of the situation, right? Okay. So yeah, the fundamental of this reading so far is that you are coming into balance. You're figuring out, or you're in the process of what's really going to fill your heart, what's going to make you feel content. Because it seems like a lot of you actually are pretty stable in your lives. But again, this King of Pentacles can mean a person you're in a committed relationship that this kind of centers around. This is a love and relationship reading. Okay. 3 cards. Advice, guidance, outcome for Libra. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So I think you're going to be, I think the 6 of Pentacles is what is, I think it's about what you're choosing to give to. It's a card, there's a lot of balance, cards of balance here, meaning that, you know, we have the judgment, the Justice card, the 2 of Swords, and now the 6 of Pentacles is about balance too. Equal give and take, or giving fairly, or how much you don't want to feel, it can be a generous energy, but I feel like in this reading it's definitely calling upon what are you giving to, is it giving back? The Page of Cups, again, I feel like it's reflecting this energy. Now the pages, when we're talking about advice, guidance, or outcome, I think you know, in a literal sense of the tarot deck, the pages are messengers. It can be about communication. So we could literally be taking that. It's talking about that, but I really think in this case is, I think that this little Page of Cups is representing what can you do to give yourself this cup. It's kind of about learning, because the pages are also the students of the deck. You are learning what fills this cup for you. So the Death card is right here in the center. Let's not ignore it. So even though the Death card is scary, it can mean so many things, okay? Again, I'm not saying here that this isn't a reading necessarily. For some of you it might be, but it's not necessarily a reading of, yeah, it's time for you to end this relationship. For some of you, that's going to call out to you. But it can be an end of a certain way of thinking, so that you can replace that and something can grow more beautifully, right? The Death card just represents the end of something so that something else can flourish and grow in its place. It's kind of it's kind of the fertilizer that's going to make the beautiful flowers grow for you in your life, okay? So that can be an end to a way of thinking. It can mean as drastic as you deciding to end a relationship that is not working for you. But it can just be, and it can be anything. It's going to be different for everybody, okay? But I think most of you, when you hear that something needs to end for you, you probably already intuitively know what that thing is. All right, Libra, I hope this was helpful. If you resonated at all with this reading, give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. It really helps my channel. And I would love it if you chose to subscribe. I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.